Hide this. 3, 2. Hey King fam, this is my second video, and in this I will be teaching you Python. And first, if you want to get started with Python, go onto your desktop, right click, do new folder, then name that folder anything. I'm gonna call it Learning Python. Enter. And in here, right click, do a new text document, and in this you don't have to name it anything. Go into it, and then you file, save as, make sure this is set to all files, call this anything you want, do app.py, make sure you do the .py at the end, save it in here, and then press X. You can exit out of this, you can delete this. And then this is our Python project. And if you have not installed Python, I will put the link in the description to install Python. So what you do in this is you right click on it, right click it, do edit with idle, and then do your idle. And then this will open up. I'm going to make this here, and this is what we do. Alright, so in this is Python. So in this, I'm going to show you a few functions. Functions are what you tell the computer to do from your Python. So the computer converts this into numbers and that the computer reads. So this first do P R I N, and when you put the T, it turns pink. Print. This is whatever you put parentheses, and then you can either put double quotation marks or just singles. It doesn't matter. Just make sure to put 2 of them. I do quotation marks. And then in this, just do anything. I'm going to do hello world. And then just, you can either press file, you can either do save, or you can press Control S, then press run. Either click run module, or F5. Then when you run that, it will print whatever you said in the print function. So look, it says hello world. That's some of the functions in the thing. And also, let's do just a print. If you see at the top, it has a little star here. That means that you have not saved. So make sure to save, and then it goes away. See? And then in this, I'm going to now teach you variables. So first, I'm going to say, let's just call it var1 for variable 1. Then do space equals space. Then in this, put in quotation mark, or the singles. And then in this, make sure you put parentheses around this. Then in this, I'm just going to say hello world, and then enter. That means whatever you put in that will be stored in that variable. Think of it like this. You have a box, and you put something in that box. Now, whatever you put in that box, the box is the variable, and the item you put in it is what you store in this variable. And then you can do print, and then do var1, and then this, save it, run it, and then this will print hello world because you put hello world in the variable, or whatever you put in the variable. And that's variables. Okay, now we're going to get to something called a conditional statement, aka a if statement. Do var1 equals, just do anything you want. Just make sure to put those parentheses. But if you do a number, don't put parentheses and don't put quotation marks. You know what? Let's do a number. Let's do 2. Boom. var1 equals 2. And then here, we're going to do enter, if, see how it turns orange, if space var1 equals, and then another equals 2 colon, which is shift, and then the right of the L, and press enter. That means whatever, if this is true, whatever is indented, do. But the reason we put 2 of these equal marks is because this means we're just checking what's in the box, but we're not putting something in the box, we're checking what's in the box. 2 equal signs means checking what's in the box, but then 1 equal sign means putting something in the box. And then after the semicolon, enter. And then in here, let's do print. Then let's do bar1, and then save this, run it, and then it says 2 because that's what we put. But if we were to change if this equals 5, let's say, save it, run it, you'll see it prints nothing. And that is because it does not equal 5. Now that I've taught you a decent amount of things, there's one more thing to teach you, and then we'll get to a project. And that's do shift 3. You'll realize this turns red. This is a comment. So let's just say variables here. That means the computer will not read this line of code, so you can put whatever you want here. So if we were to put variables here, let's do like var1 equals 5, var2 equals 6, and then that just helps people that are even like amazing at coding use comments so they can find what's in their code. Now that we've taught you this, now I'm going to show you our project. So we're going to create a calculator. It's going to be one where you just type it in. It's not going to be shown. It's going to be typed in. So if you do shift 3 and add a comment, do numbers. Boom. This will be numbers. And then do num1 for number 1 equals, and we have not gone over this, but input, boom, and then put parenthesis, and then quotation mark or single quote, do that, 2 of them, then put, let's just say, enter name in here. Just enter your first number, and then colon space. That means whatever you put in there, save it, run it, and then it says enter your first number. Let's do 5. See, nothing happened because whatever you put in there whatever you put in here will be stored in the variable num1. So now go to the end of that, but first there's another thing you have to do before you do this. You do float, and then another parenthesis, and go to the end of this one and add a second parenthesis. A float is a non-decimal number. That means you can put it in, and that means if they enter a number, then it will be a number, and you won't have to add quotation marks when we do the if statement. Now press enter, do num2 equals the same thing, but the only thing we're changing is instead of enter your first number, we do second number. And then colon space, quotation mark, and then 2 parentheses to end it off. And then press enter. Now we're going to do a OPR. We're going to make that stand for operator equals input, no float because it's not going to be a number, and then do in here, do enter a operator, and then do colon space, and then we're done with that. And then press enter, we're going to do, and then press 2 enters, press hashtag, and then we're going to do solving the questions, or actually let's do let's do questions. Boom, and press enter, and now do this is where we do the conditional statements. So we do if, and then do num1 equals, that means finding what's in the box, equals, we're not doing num1, sorry. We're going to do OPR for operator. If operator equals, and then do quotation mark, or single quote, let's do plus, and then colon, that will make it a colon, that means, and then indent, so whatever, if this is true, whatever is there will happen. And then type in print, and then do num1 plus num2, and then close it off. That means that will happen. But then press enter, backspace, and then we have not gone over this if. That means else if. That means if this is not true, see if this is true. So do OPR equals, do minus this time, and then colon, enter, do print, do num1 subtract num2, and then boom, that's finished. Now press enter, press delete, and backspace, and now we're going to do another else if. OPR equals, if it equals, let's say if OPR equals, let's do multiply, then do colon, enter, print, but this time don't do num1 space shift 8 for a little star thing, and then do num2. Boom. That we have to put a star because X does not mean anything in code. It just means a letter. But that star means multiply. But we're going to do another if that's basically the same thing. We're going to do OPR equals a star. That means if people either put an X or a star, print num1 shift 8 multiplied by num2, and then close that off. That makes it so that if they put one of these things in, either the star or X, that will multiply it. And then this is last elif. Elif OPR equals, if it equals slash, and then colon, enter, do print num1 slash num2, slash means divide, and then we're doing one more thing. Do else. That means if all of those are wrong, then do this. So this does not have any condition. This is no matter what. If all those are wrong, do this. Else, do print, quotation mark, please put a valid operator, and then do parentheses, just do plus, comma, space, minus, comma, space, then do X, comma, space, shift 8, comma, space, slash, and then do that, and then just close parenthesis, and boom. Now we are finished. Make sure to save this, and then run it. F5, and run it. And then in this, you will see, once it runs, enter your first number. Let's do 20. Then let's do 27, I guess. Then, you know what? Should we divide them? Or, you know what? Let's divide them. I mean, multiply. Actually, yeah, divide. And then that makes it a really big decimal number. Sheesh. But, and also in this, you can do whatever you want. You can even do print functions in this, but it just won't save anything. We'll just print that, but it won't save it. So just make sure to save this. You can close out of it. And make sure to like and subscribe, King Fam, and I will do another video where we can do a more amazing project, and you will learn more about Python. Make sure to like and subscribe, and see you next time on the next video, King Fam.